Cardinal Rainer Woelki of Cologne fought the German Synodal Way for years. And this week, he said the Latin Mass isn't the fix the Church needs. That's what makes this so surprising. Woelki isn't some progressive bishop chasing trends. He's one of the few German cardinals who's actually stood against heresy. So why is he pushing back on the traditional Latin Mass now? Let's get the background straight first. Cardinal Rainer Woelki is the Archbishop of Cologne, Germany, and he's earned real credibility among traditional-minded Catholics. Back in 2019, he was one of the only German bishops to publicly resist the German Bishops' Conference's plans for what became known as the Synodal Way, a process that questioned church teaching on celibacy, sexuality, and women's roles. In 2020, he went further, warning about the danger of what he called a German national church breaking away from Rome. So this is a cardinal traditionalists have had real reasons to trust. That's what makes his comments this week to the German outlet Die Tagespost so differently. Here's what Woelki actually said. He told Die Tagespost that the Novus Ordo Missae has a beauty and dignity that is in no way inferior to the Tridentine rite. That's a direct claim that the modern Mass, the Novus Ordo, stands equal to the older Latin Mass. He said the traditional Latin Mass plays no separate or prominent role in his archdiocese, and that he sees himself entirely at home in the tradition of the Second Vatican Council. But then something interesting happened. He didn't dismiss the Latin Mass outright. He actually thanked the priestly fraternity of St. Peter, the FSSB, which still celebrates the traditional Roman liturgy in Cologne, calling it an enrichment for the Church. So why bring this up now? Because just hours earlier, Cardinal Raymond Burke had urged Latin Mass Catholics to make their desires known directly to their bishops and to the Pope. Woelki's comments landed right in that same window, almost like a direct answer. And that's really the tension here. Woelki insists a return to the Tridentine Mass isn't the answer to the Church's challenges. Anyone expecting that, he said, is on the wrong track. Instead, he's focused on making sure Rome corrects the German Synodal Way's heretical documents, and he's waiting on Pope Leo XIV to make those corrections happen. So here's a cardinal who fought real heresy in Germany, who tolerates and even welcomes the Latin Mass in his diocese, but who draws a hard line at calling it the solution. It's a reminder that even allies on doctrine don't always agree on liturgy. Whether or not you agree with Cardinal Woelki, his words show that the fight over the Latin Mass isn't simply progressives versus traditionalists. It's more complicated than that. Do you think the Novus Ordo can carry the same beauty and dignity as the traditional Latin Mass? Tell me what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more stories like this.